This is a banana
Forgive me for my timing. Swear that all of this is new to me. And I know that we was fighting, but I can't let you make no fool of me. She just tryna do the right thing, yeah. Put the cards on the table, yeah. Strike the pussy like lightning, yeah. Oh, I would if I was able.
Yeah, you know that I can do it
We
for
in
you.
the race, but we relapsing each other. I'm crashing in love for real. So we passing the time, I act like I know the deal. I'm just asking for mine, some passion, some time, but still I keep thinking, am I tryna foot the bill? The only thing I know is right, got the spice, fit my type, baby. It's on sight, it's a go, go, go. She give me chills so indecisive, don't know if it's right, baby. But I like it for show. Bring it back for the one time, baby. Right, got the spice, fit my type, baby. It's on sight, it's a go, go, go. But still I wonder, are you hype for the love of my life, baby? No, I might never know, no. Yeah, I'm on the jack, shorty, and a little weed. I'm on the back, shorty, this feel like it'll lead. You want to match, shorty, feel this energy. I got that booty in you got a friend in me. I hope she get that line, and it's part of the problem, cause she get it every time. Forget about the culture, I'm just trying to cut the line. Daddy's that side of the frame, but I see you through the blinds. Swear I'm trying, shawty right, got the spice, fit my type, baby. It's on sight, it's a go, go, go. She give me chills so indecisive, don't know if it's right, baby. But I like it for show. Let me hear that one more time. Shawty right, got the spice, fit my type, baby. It's on sight, it's a go, go, go. But still I wonder, are you hype for the love of my life, baby? No, I might never know, no.
That's what he said with Cedric D. Sanders.
100% real, raw, and uncut. Deadass.
Welcome to another episode of That's What I Said with Cedric Sanders. Giving you 100% authentic, real, raw, unapologetic truth with no filters. This broadcast starts now.
What up? Ah, man, what up? What up? This is kind of unfortunate. I ain't even got my shit together. What's good, everybody?
What's good? What's good? What's good?
We're on a little late tonight. Blame it on me. It's I just had some issues that I was trying to work out on the streaming part, and I waited too late to even check it, and I had issues. So don't count that against me now. I'm still live.
I was just gonna say, here we are.
But I'm just not live on Facebook.
Yep.
So
What's good, everybody? Thanks for tapping in and tuning in for another episode. We are live from Studio B.
that we are.
That we are.
So what's going on? Like, man, this weather is like tripping out. It's crazy.
Storm after storm after storm.
Yeah.
We are number 2.
Yeah, about to get a third one.
Yeah, prepping for number 3.
Yeah, it's been relentless. It's been kind of crazy. But
Facts.
besides that, I mean, West Coast get jacked up, and then
East Coast get jacked up.
Midwest, and then us. So yeah, I mean, that's just the flow of the weather. But tonight, I think it's fitting the direction I'm going with this conversation. Can't say that for a lot of people because, when trends happen, it's one of those things that people adapt to, not just changing trends, but what's going on, what's happening.
Yeah.
And something I realize is that, as we adapt, we make things better, we make them worse, whatever the case may be. But it always ends up in some form or fashion not really screwed up, but misunderstood or just, for lack of better words, it's not understood in the ways that it should be understood so that it can be for the betterment of everybody. I think it's just
somewhere along the line, it's taken out of context.
Well, yeah, I think it's more so not even just taken out of context. I think it's more so like okay, back in the day when we had pagers and beepers and shit. People understand why, and then you go through this whole evolutionary phase of the cell phones to where they are now. Hell, you can do.
They were humongous back then.
Well, shit, yeah, they were big as hell, and all you could do is talk on them.
Right. You
shit, now you can text and
search the
internet and stream and
do banking, do
watch
everything,
watch movies.
Yeah,
it's
like
watch TV. It's like
you have a computer in your hand.
But people don't realize that this has been like one of those things. It's just one of those evolutionary things that we go through, I think. And as we get older, that I guess we didn't realize when we were younger, but now that we're older, it's like now we're the older generation. And it's like, oh, I don't understand all this new shit y'all got. All this talk tick and all this chat snapping and all this other kind of, I don't understand it. But I ain't that damn old shit. I know what TikTok and Snapchat is. Don't get it twisted.
Boy.
But I think it's like not even trying to be hip or understanding what the younger generation is doing. It's we never applied those new things as we, when we were younger, all the new stuff was coming out. We never paid attention to the old stuff. And now that we're older, it's like we're attached to the old stuff. But it's like when new stuff comes out, it's like, oh, it's too complicated. No, you just don't want to learn it.
Right.
And that was the problem with our parents when we was growing up. They didn't want to learn the new shit.
Mm-mm.
So now it's like you have to change with how things are going. And not only that, your kids have to do it as well. Because that's what they're going to be exposed to. Like when I was going to high school, a lot of us didn't have computers in high school.
Yeah.
Like at all. And now it's
mandatory.
it's not even mandatory. It's like everything functions around some type of computer software.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, even when they do attendance and shit, it's like, you think they write that shit down on a piece of paper? They're probably sitting in front of the computer and be like, who's here and who's not here? And then they send the email. And that's it. And then, lady at the desk will sit there and calculate who's here and who's not here and who's absent and whatever. And it's already updated in the system.
Yeah.
It's like, how do you realize you get a phone call and school ain't even been, actually started. I mean, it started like 10 minutes ago.
Right.
It's like, how the hell am I getting a phone call already talking about my kid ain't here? What?
Uh-huh.
So it's definitely changed, and maybe for the better.
Yeah, you get a phone call, text message. They have like all kinds of ways to contact you.
Well, yeah, they can notify you by your cell phone and shit. We didn't have none of that technology when I was in school.
No.
It was them trying to call the phone number that was on the contact list.
Yep.
And then if they didn't get a hold of you, it was like, well, we got to try back later.
Right.
It wasn't like the way it is now where, do you have a home phone? Hell no. Most people don't even have home phones anymore.
Right.
It's like, okay,
They got rid
whose
of
cell
the
phone
landline.
number is this? Okay, this is my mom. Let me give you this other phone number. Who's this? Is my older sister. She's usually at the house too. And let me give you the other phone number. Who's this? This is my dad. And then it's like, damn, okay. And all the 3 phone numbers are cell phones.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Forget that. What's your work number? My cell phone number.
Right.
You want to know? I remember back in the day, boy. The school never wanted to call your work, but you
No.
never wanted to get that phone call at work either from school.
I
You know.
remember the day my mom got it. Oh shit!
Oh yeah.
Boy, did I get my ass lit up.
I mean, remember
Yeah.
those days when it was like, I'm a phone call away. What do you mean you're a phone call away? You ain't never home. And next thing you know, it's, what did you do in school today? Nothing. You're a nothing lie. Why'd I get a call from school today saying you wanted to be skipping in the playground, and when the teachers told you to bring your ass in the school, you was like, it's too cold in there. It's hotter out here. If you don't get your dumb ass in school, that's why we sent you in there, because you dumb. That's dumb shit.
Yeah, the day that my mom got the phone call, I was actually skipping school.
Well, of course. So anyway, like, duh, like what? Like we didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Connie went and spent every day in school.
Hell no.
The fuck?
It was. I don't even. It wasn't even like senior skip day or anything.
It didn't
was
matter.
It was a random ass day, and me and my friends decided we was skipping, and we was
going to get drunk.
We was going. I don't even remember where the hell we went. Did we go down to the 40s?
Who
or did we go
cares?
to the beach.
Who cares?
Hey, I'm just.
Are they even fucking listening? No.
That's possible.
You're in here doing a reenactment of when you skip school and you don't even remember where you skipped. That was the dumbest shit ever. That's the reason why we in school, because we did dumb shit when we was little.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it didn't even make sense. It was like, where you going? I don't even remember where the fuck we went. Did it make sense then? Yeah. Well, where'd you go? I don't remember. And don't blame it on age. It was just a dumb decision. It was dumb.
I am gonna blame it on age and for the fact that I skipped school so many times that I don't remember where all the places that I skipped and went to.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, that ain't got nothing to do with me at all. I mean, we all have done it, but dang, I mean, not in a point where it was addictive to where it's like, yeah, let's skip school for what? And then it's like half the people that did that shit, it's like it was fun then.
Of course it was.
It was fun then. To have a live picture in 3, 2, 1, bam. Nope, didn't work. I ain't a magician. I'm sorry, y'all. We're having a really bad windstorm, so I know that there was like a space of dead air for a few seconds.
All or the dead live video.
Right. It did disconnect. It's reconnected. And we're probably going to keep this podcast short because of the fact that we're in this storm and not knowing if the power's going to get shut off or not.
Right.
So
He'll be in mid-sentence next thing. Be-doo.
yeah, be-doo. Yeah, exactly. And it would just be totally fitting at that point for it to happen. I mean,
Right.
but at the same time, like I said, I want to keep this short. I came up with this topic, I think, because in lieu of kind of the conversation, and these conversations are all going to flow within the podcast. Pretty much, I'm gonna try to anyway.
Right.
Where I was talking about the whole Bitcoin ETF thing, and then it made me realize or think that there needs to be, to me, a conversation about fintech or financial technology, and we all know what financial technology is. I just don't think that we actually have had, or I've had a conversation about it, or has other people had conversations about fintech, and it be something that
That's valuable.
Well,
It's not even just worth the conversation.
It's not the value. I think it's the understanding of how people or how companies have simplified things for the consumer and to get more people to consume their product, being a bank or an institution of finance and budgeting or whatever the case may be. So fintech, basically financial technology, the thing that I'm going to get into and talk about tonight on the podcast with the topic, excuse my weird way of not being able to just say what my damn topic was, because I had to write it down like 14 times so I can remember it, and I still didn't remember it. It says tap, play, laugh, navigating the world of mobile money. And that's kind of a catchy, cliche kind of topic if you don't look at it. You hear it and it's like tap, pay, laugh, navigating the world of mobile money. It's like, how is that funny? Or how is everything? You got to realize everything that has evolved around money in this day and age, 9 times out of 10 has an app.
Right.
And it has an app for the two leading phone operating systems on cell phones, Android and Apple iOS.
Right.
They've even gotten it and stretched it out to where Chromebook, they're making things compatible with Chromebook.
Oh, wow.
And browsers as well, because certain browsers, have certain securities and you can't run certain things on certain browsers. So yeah. And it's just more of the extensions, more, you be able to, more like in crypto wallets, a lot of crypto wallets that work off a desktop, they have extensions on the browser so that it enables you to view your cryptocurrency, because that's how highly encrypted it is, because not only are you putting in your password and everything else, it's like your financial portfolio within cryptocurrency is being displayed on the computer. And you have it hooked up to the internet.
Right.
So it's like, you got to understand the security level that you have. Do you have a VPN? Anyway, I'm not getting sponsored, so I'm not going to start just shooting off a bunch of names for VPNs, but you need to have a VPN, especially if you're doing anything with your finances on the computer. It's like a must have. You have to have a VPN. And a lot of those VPNs that you go in with, you can download them on your phone, download on a computer, and as soon as you connect to the internet, some of them come on automatically, others you have to turn on. But it should be something that you should get, very, very aware of when it comes to dealing with cryptocurrency, especially when it comes to cryptocurrency. But that should, not just cryptocurrency, just finances in general.
I was just going to say finances in as a whole.
Yeah, as a whole. So it's something that needs to be discussed more. But I don't think it does because people take it for granted. And that's the sad part. It shouldn't be taken for granted, but it is. It very much so is. And then when people get their identity stolen or whatever the case may be, it's blame somebody, not, whatever. It's like blame somebody else. And we have to take responsibility and know these things, how to protect ourselves. And no, it's not 100% protection, but you know what? At least you have some protection and have some security within yourself, knowing I can do financial things, but I have a VPN, so I should be good because my IP address is what it is.
Right.
And anybody that wants to know about what VPNs are, all you gotta do is Google search them. Shit, I'm not gonna give you a definition of them. I'm just not. I'm really am not. But financial technology, I think, is one of the things that a lot of people understand once it's talked about. They just never knew it had a name. And just like I was going through the explanation about cryptocurrency, that's one of the things within financial technology. But some of them are more of like your online banking services or systems.
I was just about to say, so can you provide some examples?
A lot of banking, I mean, just, I don't know if all the banks have apps. I just know the bank that the two banks that I know, or five banks that I know of that I either have interaction with or a personal account with have apps.
Yeah.
It makes things a lot easier, especially when you do a transaction or transactions happen within your account. You get a notification on your phone.
Right.
We didn't have that shit before.
Hell no.
When you wrote a bad check, you knew it was going to take about 2 weeks for it to get to the bank. So you got 2 weeks to either fuck off or make more money to put in the bank so that check don't bounce. That was just the reality of it. It was like, we lived off of balancing our checkbook, so we didn't bounce checks. But it's people had that mentality back then. It was like, oh, well, I'll write it. I'm going to float this one. Excuse me, I've been dealing with my allergies all day, so if I sound kind of congested, it's because of that. So yeah, you got a lot of your banking services, and believe it or not, that's how a lot of people pay their bills. And they keep it electronic, so it's
and a lot of loan places, loan services.
Right.
They a lot of them have apps as well. Some you still have to do on like a website or whatever, but for the majority of them are utilizing apps, so it makes it easier for you to be able to go into your account and look and see when your payments due.
Yeah, instead of having to call their ass and wait on hold or whatever, they just have an app, that they spend money on, and it's useful to put out the information that needs to be put out and, pay your bills or whatever.
There.
Huh?
Everything is right there at your fingertips. Right.
So, and a lot of banks are given that option of online banking. And I think a lot of people don't just choose banks based off of the close proximity they are to the houses. What services do they provide?
Right. And what's beneficial to them.
Right. And then you have mobile payment apps. So these mobile payment apps like Cash App or Cash App has that, but it's more like Venmo and Cash App is one, Apple Pay, things like that. So they made it to where it's a payment to where you give someone your address or whatever your username is. They send money based on that username on that platform, and now you have money, and then you have that particular platform attached to your bank account, or you have a card with that company and you just swipe it.
Yeah.
So it's various ways that a lot of these, mobile payment apps are being used so that it's easier on people and give people the freedom of being able to pass money electronically.
Yeah, back and forth.
Instead of paper. You got, like we just talked about, loans, most of those are called peer-to-peer applications. You also have budgeting and personal finance apps.
where you have a company that will give you a certain way to be able to budget and create and know your expenses and know what you're saving and everything else, and you can monitor it right then and there, and it's already outlined or whatever. Or you don't have to use an app, you can just do it. But cryptocurrency is one of those, and I was talking about it before, but is one of those fintech technologies or financial technologies that's kind of been like this and taken over since you're able to have apps on the phone. And to me, I think it's a benefit, not because of the fact that you have a secure wallet and you have access to your phone or whatever like that. And some people say, oh, if you get your phone stolen, whatever. I was like, you have to still use biometric and password authentication and everything else. And a lot of them are using two-factor authentication, actually, if not some, majority, and if not majority, all of them have that two-factor authentication in there. And then even with that being said, you would have to know what you're doing if you're trying to take somebody's crypto from their damn phone to pass it over to your wallet. Like, they ain't gonna be able to find out who the hell it went to. It's on the blockchain. You can't change anything on the blockchain. So guess what's gonna happen? They're gonna know who it went to, because you can't just get a wallet and put a fictitious name in there. Believe it or not, people do this. Even when they do scams, there's scams pretty much everywhere. And you'll get, you notice when you get into cryptocurrency, you'll get a lot of pop-ups of fake companies and fake ads, or we just dropped an NFT, or we just airdropped you this coin and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, I ain't never invested in that, so why would I get an airdrop of this coin? But see, the mentality that, and that's how I was saying, I didn't want to get in that conversation that we were talking about, and I got into a little bit of it, but not all of it, when we were talking about how cryptocurrency and other active passive income producing measures, or I should say ways to get wealthy, have evolved. People don't realize the way that you deal with your money is controlled by the government. No matter how you look at it, how you size it up, how you try to just take defense to it and say, no, it's not. Everything you know about money is controlled by the government, except for cryptocurrency. Gold and silver really ain't regulated either. It's not taxed. It's traded.
Wow.
But it's not taxed. So back then, they controlled how much gold you can have and everything else, because they didn't want people to be rich. They wanted workers, not, anyway, we ain't going there. Fucking Rockefeller. But it goes beyond that conversation. When, okay, if they're going to allow banks to hold your money, let's do the air quotes, hold your money, why wouldn't they have an app so that you can see how much money you have in the bank? Because y'all think it's because it's paper to paper. When was the last time you got paid in a check? That's your job.
Never. Oh, that would have to been when I was in the military.
I'll say you a damn lie.
When I was
you
in
had
the
a job in
military.
high school before you was in the military, you got paid by check.
Yeah.
DDS didn't happen until like late 90s. And that was mandatory. Actually, it was mid 90s. It was mandatory.
Yeah.
They did not want to deal with them checks. They did not want to deal with them checks unless they had to. And you would still get checks every now and then.
Right.
But that was a slow process. When 2000 came around,
boy, if you didn't have direct deposit, you was asked the hell out.
No, that if you didn't have a bank, they were forcing people to get bank accounts.
Yeah.
They were forcing people to get bank accounts because direct deposit was it. You mean we could pay you electronically on a secure system. That's how a lot of those financial companies became, payroll companies.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so what do you think cryptocurrency is doing? Everything that we see in the physical, they're doing it with cryptocurrency. They're doing it digitally. Storage,
right?
There's a cryptocurrency for that. Supply chain, cryptocurrency for that.
Yeah.
Peer-to-peer exchange of funds or cryptocurrency. Oh, there's a plethora of that shit.
Mm-hmm.
A plethora. But again, finding ways to be able to control your portfolio digitally and securely is like one of the biggest things that's going on now. Biggest narrative. Not just transaction fees lowered and faster transactions and more secure, a more versatile cryptocurrency, something that's going to benefit not just, the consumer, but also the company and the world. It's just it's a bigger sandwich that we all can eat off from. It's just that we got to cut that shit in shareable pieces so that we all can share off the knowledge and eat off the same plate. Problem is, everything is a scam. Everything has a way that is scam. That's just the way people are. We have assholes that are finding ways to steal money because they feel that's their job.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I guess, maybe, there's never a dumb question, but, for some people, maybe they don't know, what and or how do you see the risk involved in crypto?
Well, you got to look at it like this. Cryptocurrency is decentralized, which means it doesn't have what the banks have. The banks are controlled by authority, which is government or a bank. Now, you have some cryptocurrencies that's controlled by the bank or controlled by a bank. It's a central bank. Now, things within crypto blah blah blah. Things within cryptocurrency that I like is because of the fact that it's decentralized and it has more security. Yeah, banks have some security, but what happens? Why do you think people rob banks?
Right.
Not because it's hard, and it's not because it's easy. It's because it's a challenge. People that take cryptocurrency is because it's a loophole within the structure of their, security, or it's easy to verify people as long as you can verify people. And once those people are verified, if those people are stealing from you, they're dumb. You already got their identity.
Right.
So I don't know. It's just a pain in the ass, I think, in my opinion, because if you really look at it, people will find different ways to steal, find different ways to cut corners. They'll never find ways to just get smart and learn and possibly just be able to have money coming in because you're just that smart and you're just that attractive to it, to where you become wealthy and take care of the things you need to take care of and not have to work hard. And people want to sit there and you ain't never worked hard a day in your life. Well, you know what? It's not about working hard for someone else. It's about working hard for you. And working hard for you doesn't mean you got to cut corners and teach people how to cut corners. That means you need to learn the way of how to get there and successfully get there and maintain it. Have a good team of people around you. Teach them motherfuckers how to do it so that they have the blueprint of what you're doing and they basically do the same thing to their family. And it's like, you slowly but surely start pulling people in, and people are like, oh, okay, so it's like this. And it's not about how much money you can make off of teaching people. It's like, how much money are they going to make from what you're teaching them? That should be the goal. It shouldn't be about how much money. You already made your money.
Yeah.
You made your money on the game. You know how to play the game. Teach other people how to play the game so that, guess what? Y'all all can eat.
Yep.
We all could be on cruises. We can all enjoy things and just be like, oh, man, you ever been to so-and-so? And it's like, no, well, you need to go because blah, blah, blah. And it's like, in that person's mind, it's like, bet, I'm going to book my tickets tomorrow. But if you don't teach people shit, you just having a conversation with people of you talking about a place that they ain't going to never see.
Yeah.
And they going to call you an asshole for gloating and everything else because you can afford to go and you know they can't.
Yep.
That's just how people are. It's sad, but that's the reality of it. But it's just, I don't know. And people got to understand too, cryptocurrency was created under a pseudonym, Satoshi Nakamoto, in 2009. And it was just, he created it as a pseudonym because that person or that group of people believed what cryptocurrency is going to do. Look at it. Like I said before, like I said last week, they're getting ready to put a cryptocurrency on the fucking stock market.
Yeah, I was just going to say, do you see, excuse me, do you see this as a way of the future?
Do I see it as the way of the future? We're already into the future. It's about what are they going to come up with next? I mean, this is the future. People don't realize this. Yes, as soon as they can weed out the little scam people and things like that and legitimately get cryptocurrency in a position to where it's completely secure and organized, and that's what the people are going to do. If they ever control this by the government, it's going to go crazy. They start regulating and shit like that, people are not going to make the money off of it that they do on the stock market. I can tell you that.
Gotcha.
Because it's going to be regulated, and then nobody's going to want to get into cryptocurrency. And it's not because it's government regulated, it's because it's going to be controlled because people don't understand it. It's something that is valuably helping e-commerce and other companies that not only want to be able to have certain things put on the blockchain for security purposes, but do it to where it helps the company that's investing in them elevate not just their understanding with cryptocurrency, but be able to spread it throughout their consumer base or their competition, because their competition might be working under another blockchain.
Wow.
You know, so it's starting to get into this thing where I think not only is cryptocurrency the future, it's one of those things where people need to understand we're going to go to digital currency.
At some point, yeah.
Paper currency is going to be the past.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to get into a digital currency. The only difference is the digital currency that we're going to be getting into is literally digital. I don't think they're going to have representations of a paper dollar. They may, but I doubt it.
Wow.
I doubt it. It's just too easy to get into a position where the only people, I've heard this saying before, and I don't believe it. I really don't believe it. But they say that the only people that keep money in their pocket, like paper money, are older people that was told to hide it, or that's how you save it.
Wow.
Because they were not told how to use banks. They were never told to use banks. They were told to hide their money. And then when you were
Put it
told,
away for safekeeping.
right, and then when you were told to put money in a,
Yep.
in the bank, it was like a lot of people lost it or just spent it because now you got access to it. You got a card. All you got to do is swipe it.
Yeah. and not remember to jot down your information to realize how much actual money you're supposed to have.
People don't give a shit about that. People
after bills were paid.
You forgot about that. It was out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to get long-winded on here because of this weather and because of my allergies and everything else. So we're going to probably end it here. No, not every podcast where I sit here and talk all about crypto. However, there will be a section within the podcast where I will talk about crypto for a short period of time. There will be times where I don't talk about it at all. There will be times where I just want to have a serious conversation and talk about the things that we should have the understanding of as people who live here on Earth.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody should have to struggle. We should never have to struggle. That's what I said. Damn it. We should never have to struggle. We should be able to just be comfortable and enjoy life. Not have to wake up and hate a job that you don't want to go to, but you have to because you got to pay the bills. Or you make excuses to everybody else. I got to go to work. It's like you can't enjoy yourself. You can't enjoy life. You can't do things to enjoy friendship. And I'm not saying that you have to overindulge or anything else like that, but damn it, you should be able to have fun with your friends or spend time with your family or take time to spend with the loved one that you have, whatever the case may be. You should be able to do that every day of the week without having to make a choice saying, oh, I got to go to work. Who cares if you have to go to work? You should still be able to budget your time. Guess what? Budget. We're still talking about time, budget, money, and the best way to simplify things and to make things just be the way they need to be. But they're never going to be that way if we don't change our mindsets. We got to change our mindset and adapt to the situations that we're living in right now. And they want you to just go to work and go to work and go to work instead of having your own company or having your own business and putting your money to work. What you got to say before we get up out of here, babe?
What you just said was a mouthful, but I really think that, you know, albeit that the podcast was short tonight, you hit some extreme highlights of, you know, different parts of crypto and the bits and pieces of it and the things that follow through. So, you know, do your research, hit them up, you know, make sure you go follow us on the YouTube page. That's what I said. Make sure you subscribe to get the notifications when we go live. We have a Facebook fan page, you know, and all the other information is in the description below. Let's have a great rest of the week and stay warm.
Facts. Do that. Make sure y'all smash that like button for anybody that's watching the YouTube video. And make sure y'all subscribe to the YouTube channel. It helps us out. Gets our algorithm out there in the atmosphere so we can get more viewers and attach ourselves to other people with like minds and a heart of gold, as I would like to say. With that being said, y'all, I hope y'all like this episode of That's What I Said. Catch us every Tuesday, 7 p.m.-ish. Sorry I was a little late, y'all, but like I said, it was going to be short tonight. So, peace and love, y'all, man. I hope y'all enjoy the rest of y'all week. Stay warm, stay cozy. We out. Peace.
Thanks for listening to another episode of That's What I Said with Cedric Sanders. Make sure to like and subscribe to the show on your favorite podcast platform so you never miss an episode.